One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maggie Thatcher. Okay, testing. Checking my channel. Here we go. We are live. Hello everyone, this is MV doing a stream at 6:23 in the UK on the 20th of August 2023. Something a little bit different. Well, not that different. Previously I'd done a lot of broadcasts of league games for the Howie Shanks League, a draft league put together, original idea by Todd B and promoted on Beatles Eternally channel, Steve Tates, my channel. And we're in season 3, season 3. We actually did a Ned McGreevy Deadball League using Action PC 23, or versions of. I think we started with 22 with that one. Action PC 23 on Beatles Eternally channel. Excuse me. For the last 2 seasons, we have fluctuated between channels. So it's grown, and this year we're going to at least 5 channels, which is Beatles Eternally channel, Steve Tate's channel, and also Dwayne Martz and Bernard Stroum's wonderful channels. I will do the odd one here and there. But today I thought I'd have a bit of fun. Steve came on last night and did some like a showcase of what's to come. So at the moment we've got the teams as they are. I think there's one error that I think is being adjusted. That's Carlton Fisk on one of the teams. I think it's Las Vegas. So we have this year 14 owners. I think that's quite incredible actually. When you think about it, we started with 8 in Ned McGreevy, in fact 6 in Ned McGreevy, and then it's grown and grown and grown. Now I think we'll grow and grow and grow. Big Clue is responsible for lots of changes to how it's set out. There's lots of input for Beatles Eternally, and Steve Tates, of course, and the rest of us join in on draft night, which has been a lot of fun. So we've got 14 owners. So I'm doing today just having a look at my team. I always like to be competitive as the Brit in the group, and see if I can keep up with the Americans and the Canadians. There is a Canadian as well in the group who runs the Canada team, bit of a hint, in the Shanks League. So just take a little look around really, maybe do a game, see how my Red Bolts are doing, and just, setting up the league. Sometimes we've forgotten what we did last year in terms of the settings within Action PC, not the actual draft itself. That seems to have gone really smoothly. If I remember correctly, we had a choice of taking 2 franchises in history. I happened to be lucky to draw the Dodgers and the Giants. You're given a year through 30 rounds, and say I was given, 1904, I would look at the Dodgers and I would look at or as they were, the Robins and the Giants, and pick one player from that year. And would you believe I went the entire draft 30 rounds and never got a prime Koufax or Willie Mays. They're not even in the draft, they're not even in the league. And that seems to have happened every year with whatever it is we're doing, It's great fun. So my focus today is going to be about the Red Bolts, and in particular how I'm looking to beat the odds, and how I've got it set up on my version of the main file. It's spring training at the moment. So I'm taking this as what I call spring training. So let me introduce the Red Bolts and who I've got on this sort of combined Giants Dodger team. I'll start with the hitters, the batters, is what they're called. And I'll start with OPS, that's my starting point. And I was very lucky originally to draw Babe Herman. So here we are, Babe Herman. I didn't realize what a good player he was. Good arm, not so good in the field, as I learned from the Ken Burns documentary, but he's a fantastic hitter. 171 OPS plus, so we'll take a look through this. If anyone's watching us in the league or outside the league, this may help. Or may not. So we have a look. I've got Barry Bonds, Mel Ott, Johnny Mize, some nice power at the top. I've got some good players, I think. But 3 players with an OPS over 1 is pretty good. The 9s are pretty good as well, but the 1s, pretty special years. Got Jackie Robinson as well. So a whole host of players, And the cards are mostly done by Steve. Well, they're all done by Steve Tate. But if you don't see that little black border on the bottom, they are the generic ones I picked up on the internet. Kudos to whoever supplied them. I think I got them out of the Out of the Park baseball collection that's in the Out of the Park community forums. You know, so you can pick up loads there. And I have to pick up one that seems to have scratched my itch. But Steve has also developed his own, and he has looked at them for how they look, coloured them a little bit, and they look pretty good. I think eventually we'll see those. So without further ado, this is my red bolts at the moment, my pictures. As you can see, looking at the whip, I've got a very good Clayton Kershaw. It doesn't play as many as the others, but I should get by. Now then, the key here is, how is the league set up? There's lots of talk about this in debate. I think I've found a way. Steve's already set it up, actually. So I think it's already set. You go into rules, and we have these settings, I believe. DH is on, thank God. We also have left-hand boost for pitchers, because it's not a big league. It's getting bigger, though. We have to put the boost on. We'd forgotten to do that with Howie Shanks too. And therefore, people like Koufax were adversely affected. There is no Koufax this year, ironically. But at least left-hand pitchers won't be penalised. Various ticks along here. I think we've got modern rules on. And if Steve, if you do watch this, you'll see it might help you as well. I don't know. We've got penalties on the overuse a player. Not sure what that one is. Well, this is my spring training, so I've got it set up what I want, but I'm pretty sure it's similar to Steve's, if not exactly the same. Miscellaneous, straightforward stuff. Make Manchester my opening screen. Some basics there, and also my folder is tickets off. That allows me to collect all my players in one go. So I'm okay with that setting. The league logo, for whatever reason, it would never find the league logo. Let's see if I can try and find it again here. I do have it in my photos folder, but for whatever reason, it doesn't stick. There's some teams from last year. How is Shanks? Nope, cannot see it. If I go down to Shanks, S for Shanks. Ah, here's one there. Let's see if that works. For whatever reason, it just didn't stick. See, it's supposed to come up. Oh, it does. Well, how weird is that? It's coming. That's the old logo. The new one didn't come in, but I'll still use that one for now, for spring. So yeah, that's my Manchester Red Bolts in red and black, as you can see. On the replay leaderboards, I've got Tim Keefe, 42 wins, McGinnity, 35. But anyone who knows me knows I'm not a big fan of Tim Keefe. I had to get him because there's no one else in that particular season. Where did I get him from? 1886. That year there just wasn't anyone better, although in reflection I would have taken a third catcher on my roster. So let's have a look. So we've got the rules set, that's fine, and then I go to my own team. So I go into the Red Bolts, and what I will do is, and I think when I run my 82 league I do the same. I go into manager. I will allow the manager to make roster changes because of injuries. That's going to be on by default, I think. Set all players to active because we're having everyone available in a 30-man roster. And then, when I've finished and I'm happy with everything, I export to Steve. Let's go to manager preferences though. This is where sometimes the trouble lies. I'm happy with this as it stands. My pull starter I'll leave as, but if he's allowed more than 5 earned runs, he's out of there. That's me. In terms of usage preference, player quality, reset depth charts, that's fine. Press OK. That should stick. We had a problem yesterday with this for some reason. Let's try that again. Mine's set on quality and not real life usage. I've asked it to generate. Let's go to tools. Yeah, that's correct. Sub for tied catches. Yeah, that's pretty much what everyone's got. And you can set all the teams like that, but I've set mine specifically. So now I've got to just see what the computer did for me in terms of depth and then see if I agree. So I've got Posey and Mancuso, that looks right to me. Mize and Garvey. So there's no platoon going on there, but if Mize gets injured, I've got Steve Garvey. That's fine. Second base versus Riley's Jackie versus left-handed Steve Sachs. Cool. Third base is George Davis or Adrian Beltre. I'm happy with Davis. Davis, I believe, had a decent season that season versus Beltre, who had a good season, but George Davis is the incumbent and pretty much the best one. He's an 8, if necessary. He can go in the outfield as well. Not much, but he can. So I'm happy with that so far. That's all good. Joyce is the backup. So I'm happy with the depth chart as it stands. With the rotation, there's only one change I'm going to make there. Tim Keefe is going to be replaced by Drysdale. Now, in everything we've done so far, we know that Kershaw does well, Marichal does well, and Sutton, I think, does well. McGinnity, I'm not so sure of, and I don't trust 19th century players, but he's still good as, say, Whit Wyatt. I could put Wyatt in there, and I'm tempted. McGinnity hits per 7, sorry. Rube Marquardt 7. I do like the hit stuff. Okay, that looks pretty good. Marichal, good. Case per 9. See, McGinnity puts the ball in play. I don't really want that. Drysdale's looking good. Keith's looking good. So who is it really going to be between? Marquardt and Wyatt, about the same. Probably leaning towards Rube Marquardt as opposed to McGinnity as the ace. But I'm going to change my ace around and make Clayton Kershaw my ace. Yeah. And McGinnity the 5th starter. Marichal does play pretty well. That looks good enough to me. Bullpen. Oh, this is where I think I should be good. Now then, it's saying Marquardt is the closer. No, we don't want that. So we're going to take Marquardt out for now. Put Rod Beck, the shooter, in. Tom Niedenfuhr, come here. Brian Wilson, who should be the closer, here. We don't want McGinnity in relief. Or we'll leave it as it is. Broxton probably should be the closer. They've got 3 such great closers. Okay. Setup men. Oh, God. Jeez. Marquardt in here. Keith the blowout. That's fine. It's saying he hasn't got it clicked, so we have to modify him. And this is just helping me to don't pitch in blowout, don't pitch in relief. Unclick that. So the Rube Marquardt is there now. We don't want Beck and Broxton in long relief. We'll go with Whit Wyatt in long relief. Again. Go to usage. Just change him there. Broxton. So Broxton is a setup man. Okay, that's looking good for me. We don't want Drysdale there, but he's not going to get to him. So that's fine. Rotation is fine. We need to now have pinch hitters. I'm not going to mess with it too much. Leave it as it is. And we're good. Just the lineup now to change around, if anything. Let's look at that depth chart again. Shortstop Travis Jackson over Bancroft. Left field Barry Bonds. Center field over Duckweed. Center field Pete Reeser. Right field Mel Ott versus lefties. And Babe Herman. So either one's pretty good. DH, now this is where I have some issues. If Mel Ott is versus left here. Right, he can't play both, I get it. Mancusa's a good DH, but we don't want to use him as much. Who's my second baseman? So there's a bit of platooning there. I'm actually quite happy with what they've suggested. So do I take this off? So if there's an injury, it will automatically do it anyway. I'm sure of it. So that looks pretty good for me, to be honest. I'm actually quite happy with that. So we'll do a little warm-up game. And as I know he's a fanatic, let us do World's Worst Gamer. Canada. They're a tough team. In fact, let me do Steve. Steve's team, the creator of much of this work on here, are the Detroit Coyotes. I think I have great fun playing them now. I don't think... How do you do the... I just can't remember how you do the DH on here. On an exhibition. I've noticed you can't do it. So Detroit, anyway, are coming to Manchester. How do I do the game where the DH is on an exhibition? I've never seen it. If anyone in the chat does come in, please let me know. There is no DH in exhibition. That does not seem right. I'm sure it does allow you to do that, but I can't see it. Oh well. So we're at Ebbets. Going to load our lineup. We're going to go with a righty lineup. In fact, let's see who the opponent is. So it's going with Clayton Kershaw. That's fine. That makes sense. Everything looks good. Summers is a righty. Let's have a look what depth says for his righty. So Wheat should be playing. Travis Jackson should be playing. George Davis should be playing. Jackie Robinson is playing. Right, okay. So let's have a look at Jackie in the team. There he is. So it's done it pretty well. I could use Steve Saxon there as well, but I'll stick with Jackie Robinson. Yeah, Jackie's the man. I'll go with Zach Wheat on the bench. Now it's saying DH, so it's obviously recognized DH. So here we go. A little Howie Shanks 3. This is spring training. Okay, here we go. So, Ty Cobb at the plate for Detroit here in this preseason game, spring training. Wasn't going to call it out loud, but I forgot I'm actually streaming live. It's 55 degrees here, 10 miles an hour. Cobb at the plate, K-line on deck. First pitch to Ty Cobb. Hit deep to center field, and Van Holtren is there. One away. Oh, there's an injury. Cobb tweaks a calf muscle, but he'll play at reduced effectiveness. Now, for some reason, we've seen Ty Cobb get a few injuries. So, let's have a look here. And just tell everyone I want. Online with spring training. Right, get rid of that. So, Al Kaline at the plate. He's batting .314, 27 home runs, 128 RBIs. As Kershaw looks in. Here's the 2-0. Deep down the right field line, Babe Herman has it, and that's 2 away. Now I turned my sound down recently, so let's get it back to normal levels. Seems a bit too quiet here at Ebbetsfield. As we go back up again to normal action. Normal sounds here at Ebbets. It's 2 away. Here's Harry Harlan at the plate, 394 hitter. Clayton Kershaw on the mound. 1-2. Deep fly ball to right center field. And Babe Herman has it. So 1, 2, 3 they go down. And now we have George Davis at the plate leading off for the Manchester Red Bulls. Let's have a look at the defense for Detroit. Bill Freeman behind the plate. Cecil Big Daddy fielder at first. Second, Charlie Gehringer. At short, David Cruz. At third is Miguel Cabrera. Left field is Tony Phillips. Center field, Ty Cobb. And in right field, Al Kaline. They're all stars. On the mound is Ed Summers. Ed had 24 wins and 12 losses with a 1.64 ERA. Here's Davis now as he waits, he digs in. Summers is ready. Here's a knuckleball. Bunted by Davis. And nice peg by Freeland to fielder. And that's 1 away. It's George Van Holtren, another dead ball player. Herman is up next. Summers gets the sign. Here's the 2-2. And that knuckleball strikes him out. Freeman drops the ball. We'll throw it to first. 2 away. Here's Babe Herman. Here's the 0-2. That changeup is popped to the catcher. Freeman goes back, and there it is. That retires the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1, Detroit nothing, Manchester nothing. On the hill for Manchester is Clayton Kershaw. In 2016, he went 12-4 with a 1.69 ERA. Here's Cabrera at the plate. Here's the 1-2 from Kershaw. That fastball is hit deep to left field, and Barry Bonds, a young Barry Bonds, or a younger version, takes it in left field. That's 1997 Barry Bonds. Batting cleanup today for Manchester. He's 33 years old, so he's still a veteran, but not. This is pre-steroids, I think. Kershaw looks in on Big Daddy fielder. And a bit of chin music, and fielder will go to first. Let's have a look at that defense for Manchester. Buster Posey behind the plate. First base, Johnny Mize. Second base, Jackie Robinson. Shortstop, Travis Jackson. Left field, George Davis. Third base, George Davis. Left field, Barry Bonds. Center field, George Van Holtren. And in right field, Babe Herman. First is on deck. Man on first. Here's the 2-0. Wild pitch. And fielder will go to second. Kershaw looks and gets his sign from Posey. It's a 3-0 behind. It's bounced to the left side. Davis fields it. Over the first, got his man. 2 away. It's Tony Phillips at the plate. Runner on second. Here's the 2-0. Grounded to Johnny Mize, who takes it to the bag. And that is it. No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1.5, Detroit nothing, Manchester nothing. Is Ed Summers back on the mound. And digging in is Barry Bonds. Summers is set. Here's the 0-1. Summers throws, knuckleball, fielding on 1 bounce to a fielder, and he'll take it to the bag himself, 1 away. Lots of power here for Manchester as Johnny Mize steps in. Batting .302, 51 home runs, and 138 RBIs. Summers stares in. Here's the 3-1. And that's up and tight. That's spitball. Up and tight, and he walks him. Brings up Jackie Robinson to the plate. Jackie batting .308 with 19 home runs and 75 RBIs. Runner on first. Here's the 1-0 from Summers. Line drive straight at Cruz. 2 away. Here's a player I'm looking forward to seeing, Zach Wheat at the plate. Zach, a left-hand hitter. Summers gets his sign. There's the 0-1. Hard hit to first. Fielder has it, underhands it to the covering pitcher, and that is that to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors after 2 complete. Detroit nothing, Manchester nothing. Leading off for the Coyotes, Bill Freehan. And that's laced between first and second and a base hit for Freehan. Steve was playing around with this team yesterday, and we ain't getting the greatest results yet. Here's Davy Cruz. Here's the 0-1 from Kershaw, and a balk is called on Kershaw. The runner at second. Here's the 0-1 from Kershaw. Curveball, grounded to first. Mize underhands it to Kershaw, who's covering, and that's 1 away. Here's Ty Cobb, a .419 season. That's gotta be good. Runner on third. Here's the 0-2, the 2-0. Grounded to Jackie Robinson. The runner will score as Robinson came up with it to his left, threw it to Mays, and the scorer is Freehan. 1-0 Detroit. It's an exhibition game from the Howie Shanks 3 League, which will start in about a week's time. There's Ed Kaline at the plate. He's 0 for 1. Hacks that one foul. 0-2 to count now on Kaline. And that's a long fly ball down the left field line. And that's foul. We'll do it again. Kershaw looks at it. It's 0-2 still to count. Fastball hit deep to center field. And Van Hultgren had to retreat to the fence, but he was there to put it away. 1 run, 1 hit, no errors. After 2.5 in this exhibition game, Detroit won, Manchester nothing. Here's Travis Jackson at the plate. Ground at the middle, Cruz to his left, fields it over the first, got him. 1 away. Don't know much about Ed Summers, he's pitching well. There's Buster Posey. Summers toes the rubber. Here's the 1-1. It's sharply to third. Cabrera to his left. And a wild throw by Cabrera. A long throw. Fielder can't pick it out. That's into the dugout. And Posey will end up at second. An error by Miguel Cabrera at third. Here's George Davis. Right on second. Here's the 2-2. Shallow fly ball to left center field. Ty Cobb coming on. Good play by Ty Cobb. Here's Van Hultgren. Here's the 0-2. Deep fly ball to left center field. Phillips came back to the wall, and he makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, 1 error. We've played 3. Detroit 1, Manchester nothing. As Harry Heilman comes to the plate. And that's hit to center field for a base hit by Harry Heilman. I'd like to know a bit more about Harry Heilman. Here's Cabrera now 0 for 1. And that's hit deep to right center field. Herman on his wheels. He's under it to make the catch. Here's a 2-2 from Kershaw to Fielder. It's hit to left field. And Barry Bonds kept under in foul territory. And he makes the play. Hellman will go back to first. Gehringer grounded in third. Runner on first. Here's the 1-0 from Kershaw. Fly ball to right center. Van Hultgren back, and he has it. No runs, 1 hit, no errors after 3.5. Detroit 1, Manchester nothing. Here's the 2-0 from Summers. Fly ball to left center. And Cobb has it. Bonds at the plate. Mize on deck. Summers has the sign. Here's the 3-2 from Summers. And strike 3 is called. Here's Johnny Mize. And he walks it. So I'm not going to call this game the way I normally do, just kind of watching what's going on. It's Jackie Robinson at the plate. Runner on first. Summers toes the rubber. Here's the 0-1. Fly ball to left center field. Ty Cobb is back. And he has it. So nothing across to the bottom of the fourth. We go to the top of the fifth. Leading off is Tony Phillips. And Kershaw strikes him out for a strikeout of the day, would you believe? I'm looking for big things from Clayton Kershaw. Didn't have many games under his belt, but he is my ace. So Clayton Kershaw, I'm expecting big things from you, Clayton. This is me testing out my red bolts. Anyone who knows me in these leagues knows I like my red bolts. Hey, D. Scott Howard, welcome, sir. Welcome. How are you getting on with your file? Keen to, I'm just running a little spring training to see if we can demolish Steve again. It's a keen rival between Manchester and Detroit. I hope you're enjoying your file. Actually, D. Scott, I don't think you made the league, did you? I'm not sure if you're in this one. There will be another one in about 4 weeks' time anyway, but they're going to be over pretty quickly. But I don't think you got the draft. I'd love to see you in it though. At least in the next one. Here's Bill Freehan now. Well, you can support me then, John D. Scott, if you want. More than happy to have all the support us Red Bolts. Steve doesn't have the powerhouse he had before, that's for sure. Cruz for one today. There's Kershaw. Deep fly ball to right field. Herman going back. And weak field and Herman makes the catch. So, go to the bottom of the fifth. The home team actually trailing at the moment. Ed Summers on the mound. He's pitched 5 innings. Given him no hits. Here's Zach Wheat. There's the 0-1. Deep fly ball to right field. K-line going back. And he makes a catch at the track to retire Zach Wheat. I have a choice between Travis Jackson and Dave Bancroft. It's gone with Jackson. Both of them are pretty good shortstops. There's a knuckleball, fly ball to left field. Tony Phillips will come in, and that's 2 away. Yeah, thank you, D. Scott. Here's Buster Posey. Summers gets a sign for Freehan. And there's a base hit for the Red Bolts as they break open the hit column. There's George Davis at the plate, the third baseman. Summers looks in. Here's the 1-1. Lazy fly ball to right field. K-Line comes under it. And that retires the side. He puts it away. No runs, 1 hit, no errors after 5. Detroit 1, Manchester nothing in this spring training game. Here's Ty Cobb, has been unlucky with injuries and even got injured in this game. He's got a reduced effectiveness on for this game. There's the 1-2, grounded for a base hit. So Ty Cobb gets on base. Here's L. K-Line. As Kershaw throws over to first. Cobb gets in under the tag. Safe. There's K-Line, digs in again. There goes Cobb, and Kershaw had him picked and picked him off. So Cobb has run himself out there. As K-Line steps in, he's 0 for 2. Looking forward to the Shanks league starting in a week's time. Here's the 0-1 from Kershaw, breaking ball. Deep fly ball to center field. But nice play by George Van Holtren. It was only rated to 4, but he tracked it down. It's 2 away. Top of the 6th inning here. Here's Harry Heilman. Don't know much about Heilman, other than he's a great player. He's ready. Fly that to right in the first. 1 ball, 2 strikes on him. Grounded to third. Davis fields it. Over to first. Got him. So 1, 2, 3, they go down. No runs, 1 hit. Oh, not 1, 2, 3. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. After 5.5 innings, Detroit won, Manchester nothing. See if these Red Bulls can pull something out of the bag here. Here's Summers, and Voltron at the plate. He's 0 for 2. Grounded to Gehringer, who fields it to his left. Up with it over the first, got him. One away for Manchester here, top of the 6th. They show 1-0. Babe Herman hasn't got a hit yet. He's batting .393. 35 home runs. He is the anchor of this Manchester offense. Summers looks in. There's the 0-1. Shallow fly ball to K-line. And he makes the catch. So Ed Summers looking really good. Stepping in now with 2 out, bottom of the 6th, Barry Bonds. Mize is on deck. Summers gets a sign. Here's the 1-0. Here's the windup. And a base hit single for Barry Bonds into right field. And here's powerful hitting, 51 home run hitting, Johnny Mize. Summers blinking, something in his eye. He's ready. Throw it to first. Bonds under the tag to just beat it. Tight ball game. Summers into his windup. First pitch to Mize. Grounded up the middle for a base hit, and Bonds will stop at second. No, he's going to get to third as Cobb took his time, collected that ball in center field. Still 2 men out, but Jackie Robinson, hometown hero, at the plate. Jackie is ready. Summers gets a sign from Freehand. Man on first and third. Here's the 1-1. Deep fly ball on the right field line. And Al K-line at the track, got under it to put it away. So no runs, 2 hits, no errors. After 6 innings, Detroit won, Manchester nothing. Glad this is just a spring training game. Here's Miguel Cabrera, 0 for 2. This one could go. It deep to left center field. But Barry Bonds on the warning track gets it in left field. Barry, a lot more fleet at 33, makes the catch. 1 away. Kershaw up to 81 pitches. Tight ball game. As Fielder steps in. He flied out before in the 4th. There's the 0-2. Fastball on the outside corner. Second strikeout for Kershaw. Brings up Charlie Gehringer, a .371 hitter. Here's the 1-1 and a grounder up the middle. Robinson to his right, turns and throws. Got his man. Nice play by Jackie Robinson. So D. Scott Howard says, have you been following Julio Rodriguez this week? I have to confess, D. Scott, I don't know who he is. I suspect he's a current player, and I haven't really got into the baseball season this season. I do get baseball over here. I tend to watch it like for 5 minutes and switch off. So I'm assuming he is somebody that's pretty good. Young players, I don't recognize the name. 17 hits in 4 games. Wow, that's something. That's some going. I might have to look at that. Here is Zach Wheat. Batting .319. Summers is ready. Here's the 1-2 from Summers. Grounded to Cabrera, who is up with it. Goes to his left, fields it. Throws it across the diamond to get his man. Maybe at third. It's Travis Jackson. I need to shake this up a little bit. Oh, stay with the AI. Posey on deck, Summers sets. There's the 1-1. And a base hit for Travis Jackson. It's Buster Posey. 1 out here. There's the 0-2 count. 2 hops to Cruz. to Garinger to field a double play. Nice defense by Detroit here. Steve will be pleased. 1-0 Detroit, tight ball game. It's Tony Phillips. Struck out in the fifth. Kershaw gets a sign, and here's the payoff. Struck him out on the inside corner. Third strikeout for Clayton Kershaw. It's Bill Freehand now. An 0-2 count. Kershaw's ahead of him. High chopper to second. Robinson gathers it in, throws to first for the out. 2 away. Jackie Robinson at home here in Ebbets Field. It's Davy Cruz 0 for 2 today. Ground to short. Jackson up with it. Oh, the Myers. Got it. Oh, thanks, dear Scott. Oh, check that out. Marion, I did not know. I really haven't followed modern baseball. I know who's the main players, but if you talk about history, I have a much better idea who I'm talking about. But Julio Rodriguez would have been off my radar, but now he's on my radar. So thank you for that. I'll definitely check him out. Seattle Mariners center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Here's George Davis. Fly to right in the fifth. That's a deep fly ball to right field. Once again, LK line against the wall. He makes an error, and Davis will get into second. K-line got to the ball but dropped it. So here's George Van Holtren. Runner on second. Summers checks the runner. Here's the 1-1. And a base hit by Van Holtren. Davis coming around third. Tries for home. He is safe. It's a big throw from Tony Phillips in left field. But George Davis will score. Ball game tied. We could have a ghost runner. Ghost runner calling. There's Babe Herman 0 for 3. And a pickoff. Nice pickoff play by Summers to pick off the sleeping Van Holtren. Second pickoff of the day. See? There's Babe Herman. He's due. And there's a liner to short straight at Cruz. 2 out now for the Red Bolts. Top of the ninth, bottom of the eighth inning. And Summers has pitched a hell of a ball game. Here we go again. Bonds at the plate. Struck out in the fourth. Singled in the sixth. Summers has a sign. Here's the 3-1. That's inside, so Summers loses him. The Detroit bullpen is up and throwing. Here's Johnny Mines, 1 for 1. Drew a base on balls in the second, walked in the fourth. Here's the 1-0 from Summers. Knuckleball and a blooper straight to first to end the inning. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error. After 8 complete scores tied, Detroit 1, Manchester 1. We are getting closer to a ghost runner situation. Here's Ty Cobb. Grounder to Robinson. Robinson has it over to Mize to retire Cobb. 1 away. Jackie only has 7 at second. Here's F. Kalen at the plate. Here's the 0-1. Curveball and a blooper to left, but hit straight at Barry Bonds. Let's see that ghost runner. Here's Harry Heilman. It's a 1-1. Kershaw 1-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Hit into center field to Van Holtren. And that's 1, 2, 3. Go down pretty quickly. No runs, no hits, no errors after 8.5 innings. Detroit 1, Manchester 1. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. It'll be a walk-off here for Manchester, or we're going to see the controversial ghost runner. The last time I had it was this week in my 1982 league. It was bottom of the ninth, 2 out. Yet the home team won on a walk-off shot, so we didn't get a chance to see the ghost runner. Here's Jackie 0 for 3 today. It's Summers still on the mound. A frozen rope to left center field, and Jackie's on. There's Zach Wheat 0 for 3. Robinson tried to steal. Throw over there keeps him honest. Summers looks in, no doubles defense. Here's the knuckleball. Walt Wheat to bunt, and Robinson will go to second on the sack bunt by Zach Wheat. Runner in scoring position, one out now. Manchester looking to edge it at the end. Travis Jackson, 310 hitter. Runner on second is the 0-2. Grounded to Cabrera. Over to first. Got him. 2 away. It's looking closer like the ghost runner. Runner on second. Here's the 0-2 from Summers. Grounded to third at Cabrera. To his left. Nice pick by Cabrera. Throws across the diamond. No runs. 1 hit, no errors. And guess what, folks? Guess what? We have the ghost runner rule on. I hope. Oh, didn't I put it on? Oh, you're kidding me. Oh, because I'm using Steve's file. Oh, no. Oh, I'm so looking forward to that. Sorry, folks. The ghost runner's not on. Oh, no, we'll be here all night. Runner on first. Here's a no doubles defense. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss by fielder here in the top of the 10th. Kershaw's still out there. Here's Garrington. No doubles defense. Here's the 1-2. Cutter. Struck him out, so Clayton Kershaw still going strong here, his 5th strikeout. Here's Tony Phillips 0 for 3. Man on first. Kershaw sets. Here's the 2-1. A cutter. Bounce to Davis. Davis up with it over to Robinson at second. And that retires the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. As Manchester look to finish it here. Summers has also pitched a limited amount of balls. Oh, we didn't get a chance to the ghost runner. It's 0-1 to count on Davis. Hard drive down the right field line. This could be extra bases as Davis cruises into second. K-Line had to locate the deepest right field. It's Van Holtren at the plate. Runner on second. Summers looks at the runner. Here's the 1-2. Knuckleball. Line to center field. The winning run looks like he can come home. No. Davis held at third. He did not take on Ty Cobb. Could Manchester rue that one as Babe Herman comes to the plate. He's 0 for 4. He's due today. Summers looks in. A fly ball will win it. Infield in. The outfield is in. Summers in a jam. Here's the 1-1. Knuckleball. Grounded. Ground to left and a base hit for a walk-off single. So Babe Herman delivers and Manchester take the win on a George Davis scamper for home. So no embarrassment there for Manchester this time round. So this was just a quick one. Manchester shining metal. I forgot to put, after all of that, finally got a drawn game and then I forgot to put the base runner on. However, we still won. Kershaw was excellent, 10 innings pitched, only gave up 1 earned run. And Summers was also very good. 9 innings and only 1 earned run. Manchester left 12 on base. Detroit only left 9. So fascinating stuff. D. Scott, this is what we're doing. So it was only a quick one to come on and tweak my team. The Red Bolts are here, they are. My rotation's looking as good as anyone's. Kershaw, Don Sutton, 1972, Don Sutton, 1969, Marichal, 1960, Drysdale. McGinnity is from 1904. Rube Marquardt and Wyatt in spot starter. The bullpen is anchored by Rod the Shooter Beck. Tom Newton for Brian Wilson and Broxton. I think I've got a very strong bullpen, don't you think? And that is that. So, D. Scott wasn't going to be on for long. Just in case people just joined, see how I'm setting it up and it will encourage more spring training. I'll do some again tomorrow evening British time, which will probably be 1 o'clock US time, depending on where you are. But good to see you, D. Scott. See you for a while. I think you had the red team last year. I forget what it was called. But anyway, so thank you for everyone who came in today, even if it was lurking. Definitely thank you to D. Scott Howard. It's good to see you, D. Scott. I may do some more later on. Not convinced with my team just yet. I think I have the balanced team with pitching and hitting without being excessive from one or the other. So I think we'll be in it. The Sims we did last night, Manchester were in the top 3 in their division and won it once. So we shall see. So it's goodbye from him, Cardiff, and it's goodbye to everybody. Hope you catch some more. Yeah, well, D. Scott, Marichal in the, this is 1969 Juan Marichal. So he's a little different to the one I had, the dud I had, the imposter. I think it was 66 Marichal. This Marichal, a little older, let's have a look. Marichal, a little older, his real life stats, he went, let's have a look here. 21 and 11 with a ERA of 2.10. It's not bad. With a whip of 994, that's decent. So I thought, let me take a chance on him. So Juan Marichal, the winningest pitcher in the 1960s, is on the Red Bolts again. All I need now is Chicky Star. Right, folks, I shall leave it at that because I can feel a little tiredness coming on to me. I did that last segment with my eyes closed. I don't know why I did that, but I could tell. So I will see you all soon. I think other people are doing some streams as well around the Shanks Lake. And D. Scott, I'll definitely, you are now part of a Red Bolt Nation. You could help me a little bit here. There's my rotation, as you can see. I think it's Sterling. My lineup, so I've set it, but with my parameters. So the computer will always choose according to what I want. So far, so good. Yeah, I'm quite happy with my team, to be honest. Most of them are being used. So, without further ado, I thank you, D. Scott. Like I said, thank you for everybody who comes in later on. This is MV signing off. I'll definitely keep you informed, D. Scott.